Lyonel Strong was honestly one of my favorite side characters of season 1. Great advisor, great dad, all around just great dude. I loved every scene with him. However, season 1 didn't capture all book lore of Lyonel, so this video I want to talk about 5 things about Lyonel that I don't think were adequately shown in season 1. Number 1. Lyonel was actually married 3 times, and all 3 of his wives are dead by the time he went to court. Now, there's nothing suspicious listed for their deaths, so just maybe he had really bad luck in picking wives. Now, not only did he have 3 dead wives by the time he came to court, but when he came to court, he brought his 2 sons, Harwin and Larys, but also his 2 maiden daughters. These maiden daughters actually became handmaidens to Rhaenyra. Number 2. Lyonel Strong was actually invited by King Viserys himself to be Master of Laws on his small council. When the man came to court, he was described as big, burly, balding, and just a major battler. In fact, many thought that the man was a complete brute and thought he was stupid, in no small part to his silence and only speaking after much thought. I feel like we didn't see this part of his personality enough in House of the Dragon. Sure, he was big, but he looked like a learned man and not a brutish, balding warrior. I don't know, I just at no point did I see Lyonel Strong in season 1 and think, yeah, that guy used to just kick ass during battle. Number 3, Lyonel Strong was actually incredibly smart. Now, I think they did show in the show that he was smart, but not exactly how smart he was. So before deciding being a maester wasn't for him, Lyonel actually studied at the Citadel and earned 6 links in his chain. There are 15 known links, though there might be more, so 6 out of 15 is pretty good. This is actually the reason he was picked by Viserys. The guy was highly educated and knew the laws of the 7 kingdoms to an extreme degree. He's the type of guy that could probably give you direct quotes on each of the rules just from memory. Number 4, Lyonel became Hand of the King after Otto was dismissed for being too aggressive and reaching, the final straw being how much Otto was pushing for Alicent's male children to become heirs before Rhaenyra. Now, why Viserys picked Lyonel? It was because, quote, "this hand will not hector me." So Viserys basically wanted a man that wouldn't bully him and actually just simply advised him, and Lyonel was perfect for that role. And I really do think they showed how good of a hand Lyonel was in the show. Like, he didn't even push for his own kids to marry Rhaenyra and instead thought about the stability of the realm. So while maybe they didn't get all his characterizations from the lore exactly right, I still think they did it well enough that I'm really happy. Finally, number 5, we clearly saw in the show that Lyonel died in 120 AC with his son Harwin when Harrenhal caught on fire and they couldn't escape. However, they didn't show how much gossip and rumors this caused. In book lore, people say very many things, some saying it's a simple accident, others that it's the curse of Harrenhal, a castle that was built with the blood and death of others, and also later whole hundreds of people roasted alive by Aegon the Conqueror during his conquest. There's even rumored to be burning ghosts roaming the halls, just super haunted. However, others had different theories about the fire and Lyonel and Harwin's death. Some actually believe the sea snake himself, Corlys, had set the fire as revenge on Harwin for cucking his son Laenor. Others believe that Daemon did it to get rid of Rhaenyra's baby's daddy in order for him to worm his way into her affections. Yet some correctly guessed, well, correctly for the show as book lore never confirms it, that Larys was the one that had done it. Though most thought Larys did it simply so he could be Lord of Harrenhal and not because he was majorly simping for Alicent. The craziest theory about the fire was put together by Archmaester Mellos, who thought Viserys had been the one to order the fire to kill the man that was the real father of his daughter's children. The Archmaester put forward that Viserys had finally accepted the truth and wanted to make sure his daughter and his heirs stayed safe by killing the man that might spill the beans. Viserys unfortunately didn't expect Lyonel Strong to escort his son home and was accidentally wrapped up in the plot. So now that you know more book lore about Lyonel Strong, do you feel like they did a good job of portraying him in comparison to that or not?